Let's look back at 2010. What if your best friend had told you that in less than a decade, you would have a flying camera that shoots high-resolution photos and 4K video? A camera that flies fast, far, and perfectly stabilizes every image. And that this flying camera would fit in your pocket and cost less than $500. How would you have responded to your friend's claims all those years ago? What? That's crazy! Welcome to Ready Set Drone. If you're new to this channel, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button because we cover a lot of different drones, including this one here, the DJI Mini 2. Now what I have in front of me is the Fly More Combo Pack, which includes a case, 3 batteries, a triple battery charger, some extra accessories like the cables you need for an Android phone, 2 extra joysticks in case you lose one, extra propellers, a screwdriver, the cables, and this remote control that looks an awful lot like the Mavic Air 2's remote control. Same ergonomics, I mean essentially I think it is the same remote control with the built-in space on the bottom to store the joysticks, the phone holder on the top, the ability to switch the cable out quickly in case you have an Android or an iOS phone. Lots of cool stuff built into this. Now this drone may look familiar because it looks a lot like its predecessor, the Mavic Mini. But the Mini 2 has a lot more going on under the hood than the original Mavic Mini. First of all, it has OcuSync 2.0. What is OcuSync 2.0? Well, it is a proprietary transmission system that DJI has that allows you to have a very clear signal, even with lots of interference around in high Wi-Fi areas, and also gives you greater range and stability than the enhanced Wi-Fi that the original Mavic Mini had. That just means that you're going to be able to fly it farther, safer, and have better visibility without worrying about dropouts on your remote control. Some other enhancements that it has over the original Mavic Mini is that it's faster and it has more flight time. Now the flight time difference is pretty small, it's just 1 minute, but it's still 31 minutes versus 30 minutes, and the speed difference is 16 meters per second versus 13 meters per second on the original Mavic Mini, which percentage-wise is actually a pretty good improvement on the speed. It's also rated to go into higher wind and has more quick shots built into it than the original did. Now the original Mavic Mini had Drone, Helix, Rocket, and Circle as quick shots. This one has now added Boomerang, which is a quick shot that takes it around you in kind of a big looping motion where it goes further away and then comes back as if it's a boomerang that you just flew. So unlike other more expensive drones, it does not have sensors in the front, sides, or top. It does have sensors in the bottom that help with precision landing, but be careful with this little guy because if you do fly it into something, you'll hit it. It's not going to stop because it doesn't have forward-facing sensors. But the good news is it's so lightweight and compact that if you did hit something, odds are it's not really going to do a lot of damage, but still be careful nonetheless. And the other big difference is, while it has a similar camera with a 1/2 CMOS sensor, this one shoots 4K 30, whereas the original one only shot 2.7K. Now 2.7K is still great, it's better than HD, but 4K is where everything's going, and this one does it at 30 frames per second. The one thing they made sure to keep from the original Mavic Mini was its portability and its low weight. When you fold it down, this thing is actually very tiny. You can see right here, I'm folding it down right now, and even with a battery in it, it still only weighs 249 grams, which allows you to get under the registration requirement by most governments, especially here in the US, of 250 grams. So just like the original Mavic Mini, this is designed for beginners or someone who wants an ultra portable drone to have with them all the time. Now, in this case, you can fit not only the drone, but the remote control, all the spare accessories, the battery charger, and 3 batteries. I mean, that's quite a bit to go into a tiny little case like this, and the results you're going to get from the video and the photos on this thing are absolutely fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a professional grade drone that you're going to get paid to go out and do photo shoots and video shoots with. It is more of a consumer grade drone, and it's designed to be that way. It's designed to be easy to use. It's designed to take amazing photos and video for consumers, for social media, for someone who's maybe doing filmmaking on their own, has a YouTube channel, and it's because the price point is so low and the weight is so low, it's really accessible to a lot of people who might not be able to afford or want to fly a bigger, more expensive drone. It can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second. It has a 3-axis stabilized gimbal. It has a 12 megapixel sensor in it, and it can shoot 180-degree panoramas as well as wide panoramic shots. So if you've been looking to buy a camera drone but haven't done it yet, you should really consider the Mini 2. It's got so many of the great features that the higher end drones have at a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the size and a fraction of the weight. This thing is small and powerful with OcuSync 2, 4K 30, and a whole bunch of other features that you generally find in higher end drones. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Love to hear your comments below, and thank you for watching Ready Set Drone.